So what is organizing? What is an organizer? Organizing for me has always looked like the unsung heroes, those unseen, those unheard, and those not looking for followers. Yet their impact goes beyond what anyone would expect. Organize comes from the Latin word organize, which means to form into a whole consisting of interdependent parts, such as the way a musician may bring together different parts of an instrument to play a sound. In the song, Look at Your Life Through Heaven's Eyes, the writer does something very clever in these lines. A single thread in the tapestry, though its color brightly shines, can never see its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. And the stone that sits on the very top of the mountain's mighty face, does it think it's more important than the stone that forms the base? Community organizing is a process where people who live in proximity to each other come together into an organization that acts in shared interests. When organizing, whether it be people or instruments, it's important to remember that no piece is more important than the other. They all come together to form a beautiful masterpiece.
When I moved to Memphis, I lived in Whitehaven until the 3rd grade, and then I moved into Nutbush for elementary and junior year of high school. I went out on a hiatus to Cordova, ended up in Binghamton, and now I'm back. So what does organizing mean to me? It's kind of just going with the flow. You really don't know exactly what you might end up doing or what your role will be. It's kind of in the moment. I would say maybe about 5 years ago. I moved into Binghamton 7 years ago, but I guess I was just learning what it meant to actually build community in those first 2 years, and started 2 years later. And now that I have this mentality of we are all kind of members of this big global family, and our stories are usually erased by the group that is currently dominating, whatever that may be. That could be white supremacy, racism, always being easy to identify what we are not, who is the other. Like, for example, it's always easy to put, well, I am not blank, and thus they are not me. But collectively, we're all people. So that argument doesn't make sense. And working with people shows you the path that you need to follow, and your role changes depending on what is needed at that time. And I guess how my path started is going to community dinners and sharing a meal with my neighbors, just having conversations, and through that we started to see what did our neighborhood needed. And we would do cleanups, we would do festivals, we would do the creation of a new organization, and all in how can we revitalize our neighborhood and do good people doing good things and caring for one another.
I am the daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita, living out their dreams. I am the daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita, living out their dreams.
I am Ranice, daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita, niece of Frenchie and Vanessa. From laying down roots through sharecropping and upraising in Somerville, Tennessee, to uprooting our belongings, taking with us our history, family, and love to our new community, Orange Mound.
I am connecting with my roots and my family, You see, they stand much taller and stronger than any tree. I am connecting with my roots and my family. You see, they stand much taller and stronger than any tree.
Who knew that history would become my place of peace, my sanctuary for knowledge? Who knew that my love for history would create such a strong connection to my heritage and my art of choice? Fact. I am Ranice, daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita, and a blossoming branch on the Dowdy family tree.
I am the daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita. Hope they're proud of me. I am the daughter of Maxine, granddaughter of Juanita. Hope they're proud of me. Hope they're proud of me.
Organizing to me goes back to my upbringing. I grew up in poverty, and growing up in poverty, it learned me how to survive. And as a survivor, I had to jeopardize a lot of things in my life. I had to learn to survive off of poor eating habits. I had to settle with going to the poorest of the poorest school and getting the worst education possible. And so those things are just things that I learned as I was growing up. As I move forward today, I understand that those things were my challenges back in those days. And so I made a choice to say what I was going through, I didn't want others to go through as well. So I wanted to change the lens of organizing in the neighborhood. And sometimes when we talk about organizing, it's about a group of 3,000 people, a whole army of people. But it could be a group of 4 to 5 people that with shared ideas trying to make a difference. We were organized to pick up trash. We organized to clean up my neighbor's house. So those things we don't see it as organizing, but that is organizing at its fullest. So as I move forward with organizing, I want to make sure that families in the community that I serve and I live, making sure that those families have the resources that they need in order to make sure they just not surviving, but they are thriving in their community. And if not, how can we organize to bring the neighbors together to help out with some of the needs in the community? So as I look at organizing, I think about myself and I think about the struggles that I endured and want to use that as my platform to organize around change here in Memphis area.
If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or a song, telling the stories of people of faith and love. The journey is now. Keep your hands to the plow. Oh, beloved, telling the stories of people of faith and love. The journey is now. Keep your hands to the plow. It only takes a few talking about me and you to do what we gotta do to pull each other through. It only takes a few talking about me and you. So we gotta pass this